We have here the Sun Temple or the Qoricancha, the most important religious place coming from Incan times. Was built, according to the history, in 1450s by Pachacuti Inca. We have the bushes there. Is the cantuta flower, which is the national flower of Peru. We have in the building 3 levels. The lower level belongs to a pre-Inca culture, and the second and the third level coming from Incan times. The last level is the best example of Inca architecture. And we have as well the church, the Catholic Church, that belongs to the Dominicans, that before the earthquake of 1950s was on top of the Inca wall. After the earthquake, they rebuilt the church a little bit further in order to protect the wall. So now, people, when you come here, you can visit the Sun Temple. Got the sun, the garden, and the main avenue. The garden before 1992 was full of houses, and after that the government bought the land, and then that's why we can see this place like this. Nice garden with a fountain, water is still running. The archaeologists said that the water is coming underground from the main square. There are some streams underground in order to supply with water to this place. So this is so famous Qoricancha Temple, or the Sun Temple. The original name, according to the archaeologists, was Intihuasin, that means the house of the sun. In the lower part or underground of this place there is a museum where it's possible to see all the things that were found during the excavations in 1943 and 1972. There were some excavations here by the archaeologists that they found different kind of pottery, bones, idols made in bronze and gold, and different kind of things inside the temple. This is the main avenue, Sol Avenue. We have here banks, ATMs, pharmacies, important buildings. A couple of blocks further is the main square. Early in the morning, almost 6:25, and the streets are getting busier. Here we have the court, or the Justice Palace, Palacio de Justicia, which is a modern building located at the main avenue. One more block further is the main square. There is a modern painting decorating as well the main avenue. It was painted in 1984 by the City Hall. It is representing Cusco City during the Viceroyalty. You can see the cathedral here, the main building, the main square, or with its Quechua name that was Kusipata. You have the buildings, all the courtyards. The next square is the Kusipata Square, which is what is nowadays the location of the City Hall. The rainbow, the sun, they're representing that, the rainbow and the sun, the mountains around. So this is how could have looked Cusco City, with llamas, alpacas, people at the square and all that. So it's a nice painting here. So we want to go one more block to arrive to the main square. Here we are, the main square, different angle, arriving from the Sol Avenue, cathedral, San Cristobal Church in the distance, Plateros Street further up, Sacsayhuaman behind the hill on top of the mountain, the white price in the distance, company church. The most important celebrations were played here at the main square, and for only the important people were allowed to be here. The common people, farmers, and the rest of the people were located in the next square that we're gonna go now, Kusipata Square. This one was the Qoricancha Square. The most important celebration that we have according to archaeologists was the sun festivity. It was played in June. It started at the Sun Temple, the Qoricancha, and after that here, and then finished at Sacsayhuaman in the upper part, which was really dedicated as well to the sun. Nowadays we still have the celebration, and it's in the 24th of June. It's called the Inti Raimi, that means the sun festivity. That starts at the Sun Temple, the dances and the festivity comes here, and after that they move to Sacsayhuaman, where it's possible for the people, for the foreigners, to be able to see the festivity, the recreation of the festivity. Now we're going after the Qoricancha, or the main square of Cusco. We're gonna go to the Kusipata Square, and in the distance we have the city hall with the Cusco's flag on top, that is the rainbow. You have the moon with us in these days. This is the entrance to the main square, and was connected, and it's connected with Kusipata Square. We have nice courtyards, the Mercedian church in the distance. We're riding now what was the house of the famous chronicler Inca Garcilaso. Now this place is a museum. Museo Histórico Regional. In this place was living Garcilaso de la Vega, who was the son of an important Inca princess and a Spaniard that was born after the invasion, and he was the most important chronicler that was writing about the buildings, the traditions here in Cusco City. The museum, that was the house of the famous chronicler called Inca Garcilaso de la Vega. And this is street going down. Gonna arrive to the Mercedian church as well. So I'm gonna be posting a new video from San Cristóbal Church very soon, with this nice weather and of course the energy of Cusco City. See you in the next video.